Hello everyone, welcome to Almighty Tricks. So there is a question in LeetCode, find the mid of two sorted array. So the question is saying we can have two arrays num1 and num2 with size m and n respectively, and we need to find the mid of those two array. So let's understand what this question is asking. The um, input is given 1, 2, 4, and another input is given 0, 3, then 5. Okay, this is A array, this is B array. Okay, the size of A is 3 and size of B is 3. So we need to find the mid of these two array, sorted array. So first of all, we need to merge these two sorted array in the ascending order. So first element will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And we need to find the mid. So the size is total 3 plus 3, the size is 6. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to use the third element. So 2 and 3. So 2 plus 3 is 5 divided by 2. We need to return 2.5. Okay. So this is regarding the even size. Let's check odd size element. Let's say A is given 1, 2, 5. Okay, and B is given 3 and 4. Okay, the size of A is given 3 and size of B is given 2. Okay, so the mid element will be 3 plus 2 divided by 2. So we need to take, it is 2.5, so we need to take 2. Okay, so here first of all we need to merge the sorted arrays. After merging sorted array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we need to check the 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we need to return the mid element. So as it is a odd sized array, so we need to directly return 3. Okay, so this is the question. So let's understand what should be the approach. So the approach will be we'll take one example and we'll understand. So A is given, let's say so we'll take even array. So A is given, let's say 1, 3, and 5, and B is given 2, 4, and 6. So total size is 6 because this is 3 and this is 3. So what we'll do, we can have one array with size 6. So this is one array we are taking with size 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so for this approach we'll be taking 3 pointers. One is P1, P2, and P3. Okay, so initially these 3 pointers will point to 0th index. Okay, so here, so what we'll do, we'll check A array and B array. Whichever element is smaller, that element we need to put in this element. Let's say this array is, let's say, X array. In this X array we need to put that element. So first of all, here just check P1, A of P1 and A of P2. So 1 is lesser than 2, right? So that this one we need to insert in X array, and we need to move this p3. So we'll increment p3 by 1. As it is small, so p1 will move to next index. Okay. Now we'll check 3 with 2. So 2 is small. So 2 will put here, and p3 will move to next index, and this p2 will move to next index. Now we'll check with 3 and 4. So 3 is small, so we'll put 3 here, p3 will move to here, okay, and p1 will move to next index. Now 5 with 4. 4 is small, so 4 will put in X array, and p3 will move to next index, and p2 will move to next index. Now 5 with 6. So 5 is small, so we'll put 5 here. Okay, we'll move p3 here. Now we cannot move p1, right? Because this is the last element. 5 is the last element. So whatever the remaining element present in p2, those elements will be directly putting in this X array. So remaining element is 6. So 6 will put here. So we got the merged array. Two array we have merged and we put in this X array. Now we need to check the mid index. So this size is, so we'll get the mid by size of A 3, size of B 3 divided by 2 is what? 3 plus 3 is 6 by 2 is 3. Okay, so this is the index 0 1 2, third index plus next index. Okay, so 3 plus 4 divided by 2 is 7 by 2 is 3.5. This is the value we need to return. Okay, let's check for the odd array, odd sized array. So let's say A is given 2 5 9, B is given 1 and 3. Okay, so the size of A is 3, size of B is 2, so total we can find the mid is, so mid index will be 3 plus 2 divided by 2 is 2.5, so we can take 2. Okay, so we have A and B sorted array, so we need to merge these two array. So let's take this X array, this is X, so we need to create the size of 5, 1 2 3 4 and 5. Let's put the index number 0 1 2 0 1 0 1 2 3 and 4. So we'll put the pointer p1, pointer p2, pointer p3. So initially all these three pointers will be pointing to 0th index. Okay, so A of p1 and B of p2 will compare. So 1 is small, so we'll put 1 here and we'll move this p3 to next index. Okay, and we'll move this p2 to next index. Now 3 will check with p1, so 2 is small, so we'll put the 2 here and we'll move this p1 to here, and p3 will move to next index. Now we'll check with 5 and 3, so 3 is small, so p3 will move to next index, but p1 we cannot move because it already reached to the last element. So whatever the element present in the p1, those elements we will directly put in the X array. So 5 and 9 we need to put here. Okay, so now we got the merged sorted array. Okay, now we need to check the mid. So mid is 2. So third element is 0, 1, 2. So this element we need to return. So the output should be 3. Okay, so let's code this one and then we can understand better. So let's say this num1 as A, num2 as B, int n is A dot length, int B is B dot length. Okay, now we'll take the total int total size is this is m, total size is n plus m, and int mid we can find like math dot cell total by 2. It will return as double, so we need to, it will return as double, so we need to make it int. Okay, now we need to create X array with size of total n plus m, and we need to have 3 pointer p1, p2, p3 which are initially 0. Now we'll take the while loop. So while loop, because we need to loop through this A array and B array, and we'll prepare the X array. We'll merge the A and B array. So P1 less than n, it will run till n, and P2 will run till m. Okay, so now we'll check if A of P1 is less than equals to B of P2, it means we need to insert P1 in the X array. So X of P3 is equal to A of P1. So as P1 is smaller, so we need to increment P1. P1 index we need to increment, and P3 index we need to increment, because P3 is initially it is 0. Now we already assigned this value, so P3 should increment. Otherwise B of P2 is greater than A of P1. So X of P3 is B of P2. So here also P2 will increment and P3 will increment. Okay, so now one more thing. So here if you see, we already reached to P2. But these two elements are remaining. So directly we'll push this element into the X. So for that we need to run two more loop while P1 is less than n, means P1 is not reached to n yet. So it means P1 has some elements. So we'll directly put those elements in X array. A of P1 will increment P1 plus plus and P3 plus plus. Okay, now we'll take another while loop. So P2 is less than m, it means P2 has some element which are not yet inserted. So for that we need to take the for loop. Okay, now we prepared the merged sorted array. So now we need to find the median of the array. Okay, so we'll take if, first of all we need to check this size is the size is odd or even. So for that, total percentile of 2 equals to 0, it means it is even, else it is odd. So in the odd part, we just need to return the uh, mid element. So x of mid, we need to directly return this one. Now we need to calculate the mid for even array. So we need to take the double L equals to a of x of mid, plus x of mid plus 1. So our return type is double type, so we need to convert it to double. Then finally we need to divide it by 2. Okay, now finally return L. Okay, we are getting some error. So basically here we need to change to B. Let's submit it. Okay. Okay, so it is working fine. Hope you understood this approach. Thank you for watching this video.